So folks, this is a bearing packer, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know what to call it. I don't know if YouTube is going to censor me for that or whatever they do. But anyways, this makes it easy, instead of get your hands all greasy, to pack a bearing for your wheel bearings. I used to do it. My dad taught me how to do it, and I used to do it. And my buddy bought one, and then he bought me one too. And he said, try it out. So this keeps everything clean and keeps all the grease off. Yeah, you can use a glove to keep all the grease off and this, that, and the other, but this works great. I'm pretty sure it's cheap. I think Amazon carries it, auto parts stores carries it, you know. If you do only one or two a year or whatever, maybe it's not worth buying, but if you do multiple, definitely ideal. And I'm all about buying tools that make life easy. And this is one of them. Less mess. Yeah, you still want to wear gloves because you got to pull it out of there, but you set it down in there and pack it. I want to pack the bearings before I start on the front brakes, because you have to put the rear bearing in there before the seal. Make sure you do that, because I've done it the other way and put the seal on before the bearing, and then I have to pull the seal out and buy another seal, because basically you destroy the seal trying to pull it out. So make life easy. Use gloves, which I'm going to use gloves. I'm going to do one real quick and show you, and then I'll do the rest of them. And see folks, this is what I'm talking about. It has a hub built into the rotor. A little bit more pricey, but this is the way the Blazer was set up. And again, I don't know why it was like that on their website, but that's the way it was. So I had to order S10 truck rotors, because if you look up a Blazer, it only comes up with a regular hub without the rotor built into it like this. It'll have a separate hub and then a separate rotor, which this is not that. This is set up like a truck, but then it has the regular Blazer rear end. So it has a disc brake rear, which some S10s had disc brakes, I think, but most of them, I think, were mostly drums. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the ones I had drums in the rear, the trucks. This is my first Blazer. I've scrapped a bunch of four-door Blazers because they weren't worth anything, but this one, obviously, we're not scrapping. But I'll get back with you in a minute. Welcome back to the channel, folks. We're on the Blazer, and probably do a little update on the white square body truck. So, as you can see, the hood is on. My buddy helped me put the hood on real quick. It's fairly light, but it's kind of awkward. So I see that everybody is very interested in the wiring video. So I was going to show y'all the fan harness relay thing that was sent with the harness that is on this engine at the moment. There is the relay, and then you can see it's ran over to the fans, and I put quick disconnects, plugs, whatever you want to call them, to each fan, and each fan has its own relay and fuses. If I can get it off. So that's what comes in the kit. It's pretty waterproof, so that's why I mounted it on the fender. Quick Performance does, or Current Performance, sorry. Current Performance does a really nice job of labeling all this. This is their pigtail to the separate relays. I mounted it right by the inner fender well where the rest of the relay fuse box is. You can see I grounded it right underneath the bracket, which worked fine, and then I ran my power directly to the fuse relay center. So that's the update on this. I can't remember what I covered in the last video, honestly, but I've been toying around with the tune, and I got it to run a little bit better when it's warm. I'm still, messing around with the tune, with the Tuner Pro software. I ordered another ECU because the final tune, I want to do it with HP tuners, and my regular tuner is going to tune it for safety and, all the other stuff that he does. I don't know exactly what to do. I'm still learning. I don't want to cost myself a motor, so I'm just going to go ahead and have him do it, like I probably said in the other video with HP tuners. I had another buddy lend me his laptop and the dongle that comes with it. So that is probably going to come in Wednesday. Right now it's Friday night. I figured I'd get out here and do some stuff because I probably said in another video I work a lot of hours on my regular job, so I got to find time to work on it. And by the way, we don't know if the hood is going to close on that intake, which I'm about to find out. I got to remove a bunch of stuff. And then we got a bunch of stuff in here from Rock Auto. All the brakes. I'm going to get right to it and start doing some stuff because tomorrow we got a little surprise coming. Unfortunately, it's a project. Not my project, a project for a buddy. I'll probably make a different playlist for that. It's another square body with some Dodge parts. If you can only guess what that's going to be. I will do some videos on that, and this project has been done quite a few times, and it will be my first one. So on a later video I'll show you what that is. Tomorrow it's supposed to be delivered, so I'll have a video on that, and then what's all supposed to be done and everything else. But can't wait for the tracks to open, I can tell you that. I'm standing in front of the white truck, and I'll show you what we're doing to that, because I got to get this thing ready and tested and running a consistent 10.0. I know some of y'all will say, oh, that's kind of slow, but this is the fun street truck. 10.0 street truck is pretty fast. Okay, there's not a lot of places where you're driving this thing that fast. So, like Steve Morris says, it's not your Toyota Camry where you think you're driving it fast. There's being fast and driving fast, as my stepdad used to tell me when I thought things were fast. But 10.0s for me building it. I know there's probably other people out there that build faster stuff, but this is mine. I don't have the extra safety for all that. The other truck that I probably mentioned in another video will be faster, because that one has been already gutted and put on a very good diet, and it has a full chromoly chassis. Obviously, I didn't do it. I know some people are going to be like, why didn't you do it? Why you build it all? But I didn't want to do another roll cage. I did this one, but I don't want to do another one, especially how fast I want to go. That was a lot of time, so, but I'll show you what I'm doing to this. Gotta put a trailer hitch on there. You can see it's kind of mocked up. I was gonna put that one, but the frame is different from that to this. So I'm gonna make my own. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna start with first. Probably the Blazer. Probably do the brakes so I can move this thing and see if it goes into gear. You know, that's the other thing. It did run and drive with the 4.3 in it, but I want to see what it's going to do with the 5.3. So it's going to be cool. So dry bearing. Okay. You do what you want. But don't ever just throw these in without any grease. It will lock up instantaneously. Well, not instantaneously. You'll get a little bit out of it, but I always set it down like this. And then you push on this and it packs the bearings. See? I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. But probably the cold's not making it any easier. Let's see. Oh yeah. See how it's packing in the bearing pretty good? That's why I like this tool. I want to go a little bit more than that. I don't remember what grease I put in here, but I think it's pretty good. Trying not to get this everywhere. Gotta leave a little extra on there. Probably rotate it a little bit. Get some of that all on those bearings. Rub it down. Again, this is just the way I do it. Anybody can do it any way they want. If you want to do it a different way, fine. If you want to use a different grease, fine. This is just grease I had in there already. I'm not going to clean it all out and try to put something different in there. Probably I would use high temp, the red stuff. And no, I haven't cleaned the rotor off yet. Because I'm going to get grease all over it. So what I'll do is I'll clean it off when I put it on the spindle before I put the brake pads. So, and then obviously when you buy a bearing it comes with a race, but these races were already in there, so I don't know, I throw these things away. And then seals. I'd rather have the other brand, a really well named brand. These are not too bad. I don't know where these are made. Made in Mexico. So, I guess it's better than the other ones. The Super Tech or whatever. What other brand they carry that I can't stand? But that made life easy. That's one I'll show. I'm not going to bore everybody with doing all of them. I got 4 of them to do. So, let me take the seal. Hopefully they gave me the right one. Put it the right way. Like this. Yeah. Yep. Get you a little hammer. Hammer that in. That's it. Then you want to take a little bit of grease, put on that seal. That way you don't burn your seal up. Because as soon as you start moving, that dry metal to rubber friction will just burn this up, and then you'll get grease everywhere, and then you'll get dirt in your bearing, and then you'll be replacing bearings. Or, worst case, your wheel will fall off because the bearings will blow out. I've heard and seen that before. Never done it, but it happens. So, I don't know if a lot of other YouTubers admit this, but I was wrong. And what was it? Rock Auto? They were right. So this is a separate wheel and hub combination. So I guess we're not doing the front. I mean, I can get the rubber line on and then take this old rotor off. As you can see, show you all how nasty it is from sitting. It is a dual piston, so I got the right calipers and I got the right pads, but I was completely wrong on it being like a truck. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how these bearings are and maybe replace the bearings also. Well, that kind of smashes my plan for changing these out. May see if AutoZone has a set. Dang. It'd be alright. I didn't buy the really expensive ones, which is a good thing. I usually like buying Amazon because it's easier to send back. I haven't sent stuff back to Rock Auto before, but to be honest, I should have looked at it before I did it. But I figured it was like a truck S10, but I was wrong. Rock Auto was right. So if they ever watch this, do your research and look at what you got first. Because, yeah, that was dumb. Real dumb. But oh well. We'll figure it out. We'll always do. Perseverance. I need my line tools and some other stuff. The dust covers are pretty good. I'm hoping the rears are alright too. I really don't want to. Look at that. Oh. Well, that's what was getting hot in there. Let me get my light. So, yeah. See how tight this thing is? And that thing got hot. Yep. That is ridiculous. But, let's see. Yeah, see how tight everything is? Yeah, it'll be alright. I am gonna repaint this frame. It's a little crusty. It's not all rusty, but it's crusty. Let's see. Do all that. Ooh. I might be able to get the spark plugs down here. I take the wheel off, which is ridiculous. You see that? The spark plugs. So, and see, current performance has all the hookups. Really nice. They even put the heat wrap on there for the plugs. What else? Yeah. And get to the AC too down here. Let's see. Yep. Yep. See the ground and the AC compressor. Yeah. Big old thing. Yep. Get the mini impact out. Take this thing off. I guess, folks, if you don't make mistakes, you're not learning anything. I mean, but you can educate yourself. So, again, this is my first Blazer, so my fault. Be all right. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but I got all new calipers. So if some of y'all are saying, don't do that, you're prying on stuff. Well, it's all getting replaced. Oh, come out. It's all getting brand new. Yeah, these pads don't look brand new, but I'm not risking it. Especially brakes. You don't want to mess around with brakes. What in the world? Let's try ye old trick. Let's see. See if we can compress the piston a little bit. Make it a little easier on myself. Compress the piston. Try not to get smacked in the face, especially on camera. There we go. There. Let's see. What in the world? There you go. I don't know why I was fighting so hard. But, yeah. See, those are stuck. That's another reason I'm not using this. It's all rusted up and... yeah. I mean, if you don't have a bunch of money, I mean, I guess you could just slap some rotors on it, but I was always told when they're rusty like this, and you move it around, all that rust impregnates on the pads. And yeah, it could get you by until you get new good stuff, but it's not good to roll around on it a whole lot. I mean, if you needed to in a pinch, but not suggested. See, everything froze up. Get a hammer. Good old ball peen hammer. There. Look at that. Probably not that bad, but see all the rust in there? That'll glaze the brand new rotor that you put on here. And then you'll have half the stopping power. And then when you get in a pinch, it's just going to be dangerous. You don't want to ever mess with brakes. Do it right. You know, because you drive down the road and need to emergency stop and your brakes ain't 100% the way they should be. And, you know, and then you run into back of somebody and destroy your stuff, and now your insurance went up all because you didn't, you know, do the right thing with the brakes. So it's another reason I'm replacing the rubber lines, all new rubber lines. So you don't want to mess with that stuff, especially if somebody else is going to be driving it. Let's say somebody does a customer car, you know. I don't feel comfortable doing something like that. Let me get this bracket off before I break it. Let's see what size it is. Doubt. Is it a 19? It might be a 19. Should know this. It's a 19, but yeah, shorty. I don't know if I have one. So, we'll get a wrench. Two wrenches. Ooh. I think it's an 18. That was a 19 wrench and that was a little too sloppy. Yep, it's an 18. Should have known that. Yeah, that dude was in there. This is an impact swivel. This will save your face if you're too close to it. The chrome ones, they're okay to a certain point, but if you're going to constantly use them, it's an explosion waiting to happen. Trust me, I've blown a couple apart. And luckily, I didn't get no shrapnel in my face or anywhere else, but that kind of scared me a little bit. Easy peasy. Now we're going to hold on to these brackets just in case I didn't buy the brackets, which I do believe I did with the calipers. So, and it doesn't hurt to save some stuff. Yep. Can't believe I made it. Yeah, have to go down to good old auto parts store and buy the right ones. Pry bar on it and see what it's doing. Look at that movement. I think we can let that ride. Now remember folks, the truck only has 70,000 miles on it, 78 or whatever was on the speedometer. But You know, that's not too bad. She's a little stiff from sitting, but I think we can get away with that. I'll clean it up when I get the new rotor. Put the new rotor on, put the new caliper on, pads. Maybe they have a drilled and slotted rotor for a little more stoppage power. But unfortunately, that's the end of that because I was wrong. Be all right. Let's see if we can break this brake line loose while we're here. 15. So, 13 or 14? Definitely not 13. I'll show you what I've been doing. So I'm going to replace this rubber line on the caliper. Obviously you can see that one's damaged right there from something, but I don't trust these rubber lines. I've had issues where they will internally collapse and cause a lot of problems. Roasted a caliper and a rotor, all because this rubber line wasn't replaced. It collapsed inside and wouldn't release the pressure, so it locked the caliper up. Brand new caliper I destroyed, brand new rotor I destroyed, and it got so hot it melted my hubcap. So yeah, so again, it's your brakes. Your best bet is to just replace it and be done with it. That way you ain't got to worry about it later. It's best to be safe than sorry. Should get regular 14. Get that out. Do all this work and then you, just because you didn't replace one part that you didn't know that was going to be bad, yeah. Now you're going back in there a second time and wasting more time. So yeah, probably I think it's a 12. What is that? Probably standard, which is weird. It's usually stuff this year is metric. Yeah, that's an 11. I'm probably not going to do the other side tonight just because I want to have all my parts. I really don't like doing stuff without all my parts. I don't like leaving stuff half done. Even though the exhaust is half done on the Blazer, there's some leaks and then there's some stuff I need to tidy up, but all in all, you know, again, this is what I'm doing. You do whatever you want. And then you can see it's a dual piston caliper. I think the S10s come with a single piston. And I did get all new ones and they are AC Delco. like it. So we're gonna replace it. Be done with it. Oh, awesome. Right? It's safe to say my tools will never rust. They'll be covered in oil. All kinds of other stuff. I'm looking for a rag. Get it everywhere. Now she's all lubed up and ready to go. Let's see what we got. Pull this clip off. Screwdriver. Awesome, right? Everything's falling in the big ginormous oil pan. Yeah. See? So this is an 03, so this hose is 23 years old. So they're fairly cheap. Can't remember what brand I brought. Pretty sure AC Delco or whatever brand. I know it wasn't cheap Amazon stuff. There are some good stuff on Amazon. You just gotta watch what you get. But I ordered everything off of Rock Auto. It was just easier to find all the stuff. You know, you can go under, they have a drop down and they say, you know, one will have the off-road package, which is the ZR2 package, I do believe. And then this, I think, is the sport package they have in some of the drop downs. So I gotta find a clip. Found it. All oily. So yeah, that's another reason I didn't want to do all of it now, because this is as far as I can go, because it's late at this moment and the parts stores are closed. So I'll leave this right here so I can remember where it's at, and probably end this off. It's almost there, folks. It's getting there. Unfortunately, I keep adding projects here and there and all this other stuff. I am going to do other stuff on the channel, which that's coming. It's just been winter time and really wet, so I don't like tearing up my yard with my tractor. So, and I don't like blocking up my driveway with junk. So I usually like to put it like kind of in front of the shed so I can get to everything, and then I'll, you know, tear stuff apart. So, but that will be in a later video. I'll make a different playlist for that, because that's something different I do on the side to fund the hot rod projects. So, and then we'll probably put in some camping videos of us going camping and stuff like that. There's not going to be a whole lot of camping this year, because there's a special trip that me and the wife and the kiddo want to go on. So, and plus the drag and drive event I want to do. If you don't know what a drag and drive event is, look it up. It's a whole lot of fun. There's a whole lot of, like, it's family, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know the big words, but it's really a lot of good people that like to do the same thing and have fun. It's not, some of the drag racing scene is really competitive, but with drag and drives, we all have a goal. We're racing ourselves. We're racing our own time and stuff like that. This Blazer might go on one, maybe one day. It's going to be in the super slow class, but it's going to be fun. I'm hoping to get either my dad or my buddy Robert to go with me one time. It'd be fun. Maybe when they do one that's closer on the East Coast, because I'm on the East Coast. Maybe if they bring back Drag Week to the East Coast, maybe I can get one of them to hang out with me instead of, you know, me and my mom. Trying to get the wife to go on one, but she's not into that stuff. So, but it is fun stuff. Everybody's willing to help out everybody. You know, you ain't got to take my word for it. You can look it up on YouTube. Tom Bailey does one. Who else? Hot Rod Magazine does one. I think there's correct me if I'm wrong, if one of y'all watch my video, but I do believe there's like 48 through the whole world right now. I know there's some in Australia, obviously a bunch in the US. I think there's one in Canada too. I think 1320 Video covers one in Canada. But enough of me rambling on again. Probably don't want to hear me talking a whole lot, but I think I'm done. Had an idiot moment right there. So, wear gloves. Plus, the chemicals in all this oil is not good for you. Do whatever you want, but it is not.